Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh yeah, the No Longer Trap podcast. We back. It's Monday, baby. Let's talk about it, man. You know what I mean? We back. We back. We back. We back. You know how it goes. Let me get everything online. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Grand Rising. Hope everybody had a safe weekend. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the weekend. A few other things we're going to talk about. Just trying to get this shit going real quick. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this shit.
Crab nachos and oysters for breakfast. And Frankie coming, don't care what the check is. Yeah. Got me feeling like I love.
New TJ Sauce, let's go.
She got me feeling like I love her. I'm really gone off the ABO. This thing about the Coleon, not familiar. I'm two-stepping, but I'm not alone.
Grand Rising, everybody, man, let's go.
Yeah, I'm barely sipping, getting on my Nelly. Yeah, I'm talking touchy grammar. Fashionably late, like, excuse me, pardon my manners. I be on some dope shit, dope boy fresh in slow motion, coasting, it's like I'm moving bricks, coasted, money drip, rubbing on your skin like lotion, champagne toasting, Mr. TJ Sauce, bragging and boasting, I do the most, man. More money to plan, more money got me feeling like I love her. I'm really gone off the ABO. This thing about the Coleon, not familiar. I'm two-stepping, but I'm not alone. Sliding through these ATL streets with the homie from Alabama. Yeah, I'm barely skipping, getting on my Nelly. Yeah, I'm talking touchy grammar. Fashionably late, like, excuse me, pardon my manners.
Yeah.
I know you and them other girls, they been in the rear view. I call you babe, you call me boo. Ain't nothing.
Grand Rising, man. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Let's go, man. It's Monday, baby.
She got me feeling like I love her. I'm really gone off the ABO. This thing about the Coleon, not familiar. I'm two-stepping, but I'm not alone. Sliding through these ATL streets with the homie from Alabama. Yeah, I'm there, sipping, getting on my Nelly. Yeah, I'm talking country grammar. Fashionably late, like, excuse me, pardon my manners.
Grand rising to everybody. Grand rising to everybody, man. It's Monday, man. It's a beautiful morning out there, man. Let's get these kids to school. You understand what I'm saying? Let's get them back on their regular scheduled program. You understand what I'm saying, man? Salute to everybody, man. Salute to everybody, man. And for how first and foremost, I want to salute to the whole G Street Exotics for the Easter egg hunt on Saturday. That was some dope shit, man. Shout out to Mitchie Mitch, man. Shout out to Drea. Shout out to Kurt, my big brother, my big sister. You know what I'm saying? Dope shit for the kids, man. There was some real dope shit, man. Salute to them, man. Salute to G Street Exotics, man. You understand what I'm saying? When do you stop? When do you see, right? Guys in the hood having Easter egg hunts for the kids, man. Food for the kids, man. When you start, when see, people always talk about the bad when the YNs do something. People always talk about the bad when the YNs do something. Let's talk about the good when the YNs do something. That's our problem. We're always worried about negativity. We ain't never worried about the positive shit somebody's doing. But if there's negative, come on, man. That's why I respect the YNs. I respect the YNs, man. You know why I respect some of these YNs? Most of them? Because, yo, they're smarter than we was. Y'all can say, oh, these young guys are stupid. These young guys is... No, they're not. These YNs are high school graduates. Most of them. Most of the YNs in my city, yo, they smart kids, bro. You go back to their history when they was in high school. And you'd be like, damn, why is he out on the corner doing this? Why is he in a gang? Why is all these... You know why? There wasn't nothing else for them to do after they graduated. So they continued to do the stuff that they was doing before they graduated. Most of these teenage kids, most of these YNs, they was living double lives. They was in gangs. Their mothers didn't even know they was in gangs. Their fathers was in prison or dead. So a lot of these young YNs, they didn't have no father figures. They didn't have no father in their home that was telling them, yo, you going to jail, man. Don't join no fucking gang. They didn't have nobody in there. Everybody thought that was stupid. They left that up to the grandfathers and stuff, like the uncles and, oh, yeah, don't get into trouble, da-da-da-da-da. Nah. See, that's what the difference is from when I grew up to now. You got regular street dudes, some of the dudes a little older than these YNs telling them, yo, don't do that. Or they're the same age bracket, the same generation that are working with kids, telling kids, nah, don't join gangs, don't do that, don't do this. You understand what I'm saying? The same thing I say about fatherhood. Some women never ever ready to commend men about fatherhood. When do we see posts about, you guys are doing better than y'all were doing a couple years ago fathering? Yo, shout out to all the fathers that I see drop their kids off to school, pick their kids up to school. It's a lot of us. And I say it every time I see them. They know it. Every time I go to my son's school, my daughter's school, I see, what do I make noise. Shout out to us fathers. And you'll see everybody throw their hand up. Great job. Hey, yo, you know what I asked before Easter? Yo, fathers, what we doing with it? Just to ask them what's going on for Easter around the city. Giving fathers ideas. Yo, I'm going to take I heard this is going on. I'm going to take my kid over there. I'm going to take my kid over there. Hey, yo, man, I'm a troller. You know that. So when I go on Facebook and I see certain guys with their kids that I know that didn't have relationships with their kids, because I had talks with these men, and now I see them on Facebook with their children. Yo, some dope shit, man. Yo, we really got some dope shit brewing around here. But we always talking about the negative. We always talk about all these deadbeat dads. Salute to the women that are trying to get a coalition together of women to help fathers get their rights back for their kids. There's a lot of fathers that lost their rights. There's a lot of fathers that don't know their rights. And I wish my brother Chief was here because he knows so much about this. This is his lane right here. When I say this is Chief's lane, because, yo, he stirred, I watched him navigate me through a bunch of bullshit that I thought I was going to go through. And he said, nah, bro, you ain't got to go through that. And no father ever has to go through that. And I see so many good fathers going through it right now. And I'm not saying all of them are perfect. I'm not saying all of them are perfect. You're never going to get a perfect father. Well, you can't say never, but you're never going to get a perfect. God don't make us perfect. God don't make us perfect. And that shit bothers me when I got young fathers calling me wanting to come on my show and plead for their children. It bothers me. Because I think it's demoralizing. That's why I won't allow it. I think having a young man on the show pleading to see his kids, I think that's demoralizing. I think that's embarrassing. I think that does more harm than good. I think that crushes a man's soul. This is my opinion. Because I'm picturing myself sitting on this microphone begging to see my kids, begging to be a part of my kids' lives, begging to talk to my kids, begging to see So that's why I won't allow it. Because I think that more bad will come out of it than more good. Do y'all think that? Because if y'all don't think that, I'll let it come. I'll let it happen, bro. I'm not going to lie. But I don't think that my audience, a man sitting here begging, probably going to break down in tears to see his children. I don't think my viewers are really ready, don't want that. I think that we think that's demoralizing. I think that there's other ways that we could help you see your children than you coming out here crying and not crying. I'm not saying that, but because I'm just picturing myself. I know I'll cry. You understand what I'm saying? Because my kids mean everything to me. You know what I'm saying? My kids mean everything to me. You know what I'm saying? He needs support another man or a stranger. Yes. Yes, man. Yes, man. Yo, there's a lot of men that's going through this. because when I was going through it seemed like everybody turned their back on me. It seems like people didn't have no advice for me. People didn't have the right strength for me. But shout out to those that did. There's a lot of y'all that's on the chat that helped me, that kept me straight. So that's why I'm obligated to keep somebody else straight. I'm obligated to teach them how to go file the proper paperwork, so you can have a custody as well. You can have joint custody as well. You can have visitations as well. You can have overnights as well. See, I never knew that once you file these paperwork, hey, shout out to Judge Rodriguez down over there down at 6th District Court. One of the fairest judges you're ever gonna meet, man. And I know a lot of us men, we're gonna go in front of that family court judge and see it's a female. You know what we think. Come on, fellas, what we think. Soon as we see that female on that panel, we automatically think that judge is gonna say, oh man, that judge is gonna side with her. That judge ain't gonna let me see my kids. Oh man, because it's so much female power in our city. No matter what the other female does, another female. No, I can't say all females, because there's a lot of females in my city that ain't going for that bullshit. They're not going for that. Just because you're a female, you didn't do bad. If you did bad, you did bad, male or female. And I love the women that stand on business. Nah, I'm not gonna, nope. Just because she's a female, she did wrong. They're not gonna attack her. And I get it. Salute to the females, man. I don't want you to attack another woman. But if we sit here with another woman, or if I ask you a question, no naming involved, I need you to be subtle. I need you to be direct with that answer. I don't want to say that because she's a woman, and I don't want, nah. And that's how that judge is. And I want to tell every man that's watching this today, that's faced with this problem today, file that paperwork. I guarantee you, within 60 days, you ain't got a problem like this no more. You don't got a problem like this no more. And it might be sooner than 60 days. You don't need no lawyer. You don't need no lawyer. You need your heart. You need you going in there to be a father. You need a man going in there to speak. You need to put your chest out and fight for what you love. Fight for what turns your stomach when you don't see it. Fight for what you can't live without. That's all you got going there like that. You're the best lawyer in the world, man. Don't let nobody tell you, yo, man, you need a lawyer. Just go in there with your heart, man. Go in there with your heart to that woman, man. That woman knows that we dropped out of high school. That woman knows that we sold drugs. That woman knows we've been to prison. That woman, don't let that woman say, you know what she gonna tell her? Hey, be quiet. The next thing you say will be a contempt. See, when I seen her do that in court, I understood. This is a fair grounds. These are fair playgrounds in here. That's how men are so scared to go to these court systems. And I want to talk about it. Because some people don't want to go to the courts. And I was one of them. I didn't want DCYF all up in my business. I didn't want the courts and these people all up in my business. So I was sacrificing all of this disrespect and all of this. You stop. This is what you go to. until you want to stand up for yourself when you say, you know what? I don't care about that. I'm going to the courts. I'm going to let the courts. I'm not doing no more arguing. I'm not doing no more sleepless nights. I'm not doing no more fighting. I'm not doing no more eatless days where I was hungry, but I couldn't eat because my stomach was so in a knot because all I wanted to do was see my kids. All I want to do was be with my kids. You understand what I'm saying? You know how another man feels when he's used to his kids and his kids is somewhere else, possibly with another man? And that's a whole nother part of this. And this goes out to all the fellas. Yo, I should never have to say this. I should never have to say this. Having somebody's children call you daddy and they still babies is nasty work. Stepdad, come on, man. You got to even earn stepdad. You can't just stop fucking somebody's kid's mother and have their kids calling you stepdad. Nah. Gotta earn that shit. That's nasty work. So all the fellas got another man's kid calling them daddy. You a bad motherfucker, man. You wrong for that, bruh. You wrong for that. And I want every man to sit there and think about it. This man wants to be a father. Now, there are certain situations that a lot of good men are in, that they're raising another man's child because that other man didn't want to raise it. That's a whole different. Could we agree that's a whole different playing field? Because that man stepped in that little boy, little girl's life, and is raising that because you didn't want to. Man, that's on you. But to the fathers that are in these children's lives, that another man comes along and tries to get in that life and that's nasty work. That's nasty work. These kids already got a father. They're already calling this man, they're already calling their father daddy. Why would you want to come in and have these kids doing anything else? This goes to every father that's ever did this every man that's ever did this, bro. I need some answers from a man. I need a man to come and tell me that you're okay with your kid calling another man daddy when they babies. From wrong yet. They don't got their mind of their own yet. When they got the mind of their own, that's another thing. Because they know that their father's not there. They know that who their father is. They know who daddy is. They know your stepdaddy Trap. Your stepdaddy Adrian. They know that. If they you can leave all that stepdaddy out. You can call me Adrian. I know I'm your stepfather. You can leave all that shit out. You can leave all that shit out. I know I'm your stepfather in my heart because how much I love you. You ain't got to call me stepdaddy no. That takes from your dad, bro. You only got one dad. That takes from him, bro. He takes care of you. He puts clothes on your back. He feeds you. He takes you to, you can't do that to fathers, bro. Do we agree, man? How can we do that to a father that's an active father in their child's life, man? Come on, chat. How can we do that? This is happening in our city. How can we do that? What justification do we got? You females, come on. Give me some justification there. Give me some justification there, because I already told you. The only time is when the father don't want to be a part of that child's life. I agree, then. If you're raising that child, go ahead and do your thing, man. That's yours, bro. That's yours. That man don't want to be a part of this little girl's life. That man don't want to be a part of this little boy's life. Do your thing. But if you get a girl and she got children, she got little babies, you don't ever do that, bro. Unless they don't got a dad. You see somebody coming knocking at that door to pick up their kids. You see somebody calling their phone to pick up their kids, man. You out of pocket. You out of pocket. You out of pocket. And see, there's a lot of people that's gonna watch this, right? That won't write with who wrote that? Mac or Julie. I agree. Or come on, let's have a debate. If y'all think it's wrong, because I don't want some of these young dudes to grow up in this world getting with females and doing that to people, because I got to tell you, there's another side to this. But I want y'all to comment first. I want y'all to tell me, do y'all disagree, agree? If y'all got a situation that you think it teeter-tot, let me hear it. Because there's a different side to this. There is a different side to this. And I'm going to let y'all know about it. There's a different side to this, and I want y'all females, and I want to listen to this other side of this coin right now, bro. Yo, there's another side to this. And I know you probably don't think about it, but a real motherfucker does. Yo, something like this will make a man crash out. Something like this will make a man crash out. So let me tell you something to the fellas first. When you're doing this to somebody's kid, think in your mind, oh my God, if that father finds out, he might come here with a gun and blow my head off. I'm not playing. He might come here and inflict some serious harm over his child. You doing that, I'm not justifying nothing. I'm understanding. I'm understanding. So I want you to see the other side of that coin, fellas. When you're doing that to somebody else's child, females, I want you to understand that you might be causing a fucking war. You might be, your life might get lost behind that. You know your baby daddy, it might really start something. So fellas, I just want y'all to think, when that kid's calling, you go, nah, you got a dad. Nah, you got a dad. My name is Sorrento. My name is my name to these kids. And I need females to understand that. Because somebody could lose their life behind this. I know some of y'all, Travis bugging, man. Ain't nobody going to do that, man. Yo, ask some of the fathers that are on here right now. Ask some of the fathers on here right now. You go to your baby's mother's house, and you see your 3-year-old, your 4-year-old calling another man daddy. He's telling them to call him daddy. Imagine your kids coming with you and going, hey, dad, mommy's boyfriend is telling us to call him daddy. Mommy's telling us to call. Why would a woman want to have another? I don't understand that. Can you women tell me what y'all get out of that? I need to hear this from some women. What do y'all get out of that? Because I never heard of a man taking their kids and having them call their girlfriends mommy or even stepmommy. I wish my kids would, man, I wish anybody would ever tell my kids to call them stepmommy. They got one mother. That's it. That's it. You daddy's girlfriend, anything, or you daddy's friend. I don't see kids around their girlfriend saying, yo, call stepmommy. I've never seen it, bruh. Every time I heard a kid call another woman stepmommy, it's because the kid wanted to call him. Hey step mommy, that the kid wanted to. I never heard the man's. I never even heard of a scenario like that. I never heard of a scenario like that, but I heard a scenario 1,000 times about a woman telling the little boy to call a kid daddy or a little girl to call a kid daddy. I don't get it. Talk to me. Because some women are sitting on here and they agree on that. They got their kids calling their boyfriends dad. That's why ain't no women. See, remember I told you about the women power in my city? This is gonna kick in right now. It's gonna kick in right now. I get it. I know I get it. It's gonna kick in right now. And then you fellas, y'all are nasty work that are on here doing that shit. Nasty work. I know there's a lot of y'all just listening going, yeah, I got this nigga's daughter calling me daddy. Bitch ass nigga. You use a bitch for that. They ain't real for that. Now, if that man ain't taking care of his kid, that man ain't there, y'all, I take that back. You's a great man. You know what I'm saying? It's situational. It's situational, man. So I don't want people because there's great fucking stepdads out there. Salute to all the stepfathers out there really doing their jobs, man. Really doing another man's job. You know what I'm saying? Really doing another man's job. Salute to y'all, man. Stepdads don't never get acknowledged. Never. Never. When do you ever hear posts, yo, shout out to all the stepdads, man. When do you ever hear these women that got good stepdads in their lives, in their children's lives, right? When do you ever see them even posting? Yo, salute to my baby's father. Oh, my daughter's stepfather. He's a great stepfather to my child. I never seen a post like that. Why y'all think we never seen a post like that? Why do you think we never see posts like that? That shit's whack. Yeah, that shit's whack, man. Hey, yo, salute to all the fathers, man. Hey, yo, I just want to say this to all you men, and I know that I'm going to see a lot of yous on the street going, nah, but Trap, nah, there ain't no fucking excuse for that. You know the excuse. I mean, you ain't getting in no woman's life trying to make their kids call you daddy. You a bitch-ass nigga for that. Knowing they got a father. I just want to say that. Knowing these kids got an active father. When I say active father, I mean a father that's in their kids' lives. He's there on birthdays, Christmases. He's there on the phone call. He's there to pick them up, dentist appointments, doctor's appointments. He's there. You understand what I'm saying? My son's mom did it. After a long time, my son stopped calling him dad on his own. Fucking right. Yes. Yes. Salute to all the kids, man. Dude was in and still is in his life, but it was wrong. Yes, I didn't know. That's like me. My kids are teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Even my babies, they know me. They know dad. You know what I'm saying? But yes, like you said, man, when the kids get older, they know who dad is, especially if you're an active dad, bro. You an active dad. But imagine just imagine this. Going to your son's basketball game or going to his because they're too young for basketball. So let's say we're going to his graduation. And your son goes to get his award, and some dude your mother's dealing with is next to him, and he says, "Dad," and he runs, and you're in the thing. Everybody know you're the kid's father, but you're in there. The little kid runs to his mother, but sees the stepfather and says, "Dad." Another man might crash out. I don't know. That's why I said that shit's dangerous. You playing with dangerous. I don't know, man. Some men, I don't know how they take that shit. You know what I'm saying? if the man ain't dead, they still got a father active or not. Yes, yes, yes. He got to be deceased. I'm on that. I'm on that time. I'm on that time. They got to be deceased. I'm on that time. I'm definitely on that time. Yes, Adriana, that was me. Yes, that was me. Waiting to see my daughter and my granddaughter yesterday. Used to look peeking out windows. Yes, that was me. Yeah, I wanted to see my granddaughter and I wanted to see you, baby. Yes, that was me out there too. And yes, yeah, that was me. I love you. So how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel it's okay for a man to to have somebody else's children call him daddy? Men, how do y'all feel? Would y'all like your kids? I just want to ask all the males in the chat, because a lot of y'all males don't like the tit. I know I know you ain't even gonna ask. There's only gonna be a few. I already know, but because I'd love to get y'all face to face and ask y'all that. On the computer, y'all be hating your baby's mothers and y'all be just wanting to say shit to make them mad. But I want to look you in your face and say, yo, man, you got a problem with another man calling your kid? I just want to look y'all in the eye. That's all. As I really determine the type of person you are, really. Because I don't think there's a man in this fucking world that's cool with that. And I don't see why men do it. Unless you're in that situation where there's not no father there. You know what I'm saying? He's not there. He's not there. No way. In no way is he there. In no way. I don't care if he just comes around every now and then and looks out for his kid or sees his kid. That means he's a father, bro. He got a father. All right? That man that man does not come around. When he don't come around, then I feel that you could do that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you got to earn that position. You just can't be sliding sausage to his mom. You got to really be going to school events. You got to really be, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We know you got to really be, you know what I mean? If that man, oh, that's all right. Come on, man. There's 14 people. I know that goddamn well there's a man in there that has children that can sit here and say to me, yo, Trap, yeah, man, I feel that, man. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I got 6 kids and I do not want, I'm an active dad. You know what I'm saying? Yo, there's some dads that pay child support that got their kids calling somebody else daddy. I don't understand that. Like I told him, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. There's no way I'm paying child support, man. Come on, man. Come on. If they're married, it's a whole nother thing. They're legally married, that's a whole different ball game, bro. He's her husband, bro. He's her husband, bro. He's her husband. Marriage is different. Marriage is different. Can we agree marriage is way different? I gotta take these off because marriage is different. If he's married to her, that's different. Andy been there since the baby's been a baby. It's different. It's different. I know personally. That is different. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to know from the men. You understand what I'm saying? Because fuck. I'm not saying this. Shout out to L. This is fire, L. And I lost my chain of down. No, yo, salute to the fathers, right? That ain't going for that. I ain't going for that. You got baby girl, you got a kid. I'm not. Your kid ain't calling me daddy, baby. He got a father. No, she got a father, baby. No. Because bad enough, your baby's mother. I mean, bad enough, your baby's father is already a trailer. This is what I call a trailer. A trailer, you know what a trailer is that hitches onto a car. These niggas hitch onto their baby's mothers. Their baby's mothers could done had 3 kids by already 3 different. They still around. Yo, man, why you dealing with my baby's mother? Man, she had kids by. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Damn, you ain't been with her in 10. How long you ain't been with her? And you, I call them trailers. I swear to God, I don't. That's why. Hey, yo, fellas, you could not deal with a woman that got a trailer. You could not deal with no woman that got. I'm telling you, you trying to go to jail. You trying to go to jail. You trying to get in the. I'm not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? Then before you know it, people are saying you're fighting over pussy, but you're fighting over because there's a trailer back there. And this motherfucker don't want. He's hanging on. Poof, 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 when she had the first kid. Poof, poof, when she had the last kid. Poof, poof, when she had the triplets. The trailer, they all boggling on the motherfucking trailer. I'm just saying. I'm just, you know what I mean? Ms. Jackson said, the father should be sitting in the same room with the mother and the boyfriend when it comes to graduation and awards. All right, yes, I agree with you. Yes, he do. But I'm saying what happens in the kids in first grade, kindergarten. Kid don't think of no Miss Jackson. But he's calling this man, she just got with this man, probably a year or two, whatever. But I'm an active dad. The kids, you understand what I'm saying? How can you have my kid in there calling you dad? That's not that right there. That, whew. In Topeka, Kansas, his mom has been with the same dude. My son was little from the age of 4. I had my son every summer. Dude, cool, but I'm still that dude. Hell yeah. That's real. Salute to that father, man. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's some real stepfathers that'd be like, nah, man, you got your dad. That's your dad. You understand what I'm saying? Now, cuz I want to say this now. He been with your woman since your kid was 4 out in Kansas. Hell yeah, he deserves to be called dad, bro. Especially if he's out there doing. He has to be doing all the manly jobs, taking care of home and stuff. Cause that's an ill situation. That's a situation that's a stepfather. He's definitely a stepfather, not dad. He's definitely a stepfather, stepdad. I don't know why people took stepdad out of it. They just say, they go right to daddy. No, stepdad. So now people in the auditorium, when you calling your stepdad, they know, oh yo, that's her stepdad. Oh, that's his dad. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's that, to me, I just think it's awkward. And that just goes to all the fathers. And like I said to the fathers, yo, that's why we got to build our relationship so strong with our kids that we don't got to worry about the facing this, because our kids know us from birth. You understand what I'm saying? This is a part about becoming a better dad and understanding, yo, that y'all might not be together forever. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all for who must. You understand what I'm saying? It should be a must. And I think that every man should have that bond with their children when they as babies. See, when I didn't know that about that bond when I was growing up, that you got it. You have to have when your child's a baby. You got to grow them up to that bond. Because if you, all right, I'm going to use me. Me and my older children, we have a bond, but we don't have that bond like if I would have raised them, because I was in prison their whole lives. It's salute to Adriana. Me and A, we have a bond. We built a bond. We didn't have a strong bond when I came home, but we had a bond because A used to come see me. Rest in peace to my brother Billy Jones. Billy Jones made sure Adriana came to see me. He made sure A was a part of my life. Melissa made sure A knew I was daddy. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't really have to go through that. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is you can't build that bond with them. Like I seen that now because I'm building bonds with my two babies. You understand what I'm saying? And I can see that. I wish I could turn back time and build bonds with all my kids. You understand what I'm saying? When they was babies. You understand what I'm saying? Because, yo, like I tell the fathers now, yo, man, we got to cherish this shit when they're babies. We must build bonds when they're babies, man. So we got control of them when they get older. See, what the problem is a lot of people don't got control of their kids because they don't got bonds with them. A lot of these fathers was away. They can't tell their, yo, put that gun down, man. Hey, yo, come here. Hey, come here. There's some be like, man, what the fuck you talking to, man? You ain't been in my life. Fuck, how the fuck you, this, because they don't got that bond. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? They don't got that bond. They might love each other. His son might really love his dad. But yo, you ain't checking me right now. You don't got enough authority to check me. Because that's how they feel. I talk to them. I'm telling you some real shit right now. I've sat with young teenagers that their fathers are in their lives now because they was in prison or they was AWOL for a long time. Yo, they lose respect for you. Fellas, our boys lose respect for us. When we ain't bonding with them, they lose respect for us. And that's why I stress that all of these little young boys, they need their dads, man. They need them now. Because when you get older, if he's in the streets doing bad, you ain't gonna be able to tell him shit. You're not gonna be able to tell him nothing. Do we agree in the chat? You ain't gonna be able to tell him nothing. If you ain't in your son's life now, right? All of these critical years in their life now, you don't want to be a father, right? Or your daughter's life right now. How the hell you gonna tell your daughter stop being fast when she's 18? How the fuck you gonna tell your daughter, yo, don't do that, don't do that? You coming in there barking orders when motherfucker, you ain't been there. You ain't came with a sneaker. You ain't came with a conversation. You ain't came with a phone call. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's it. The reason why I say that is because I talk to kids. This is my life. I dedicated my life to the youth. So when I talk to the youth and they talk back to me, I listen. I listen. I get it. When they be telling me at first, I used to be like, nah, that's your dad. You got to respect your dad. Nah, you got to respect your dad. Then as I got older and I started seeing it, I started realizing, I started going through things, I started really seeing real-time stuff. I started saying, wow, these youngins ain't wildin'. How the fuck is a man gonna come tell me anything about my life when you didn't want to be a part of my life when I needed you? When my mother needed you to be a part of my life and to help me be a better man, you didn't want to be a better man. You didn't want to be a better man. You didn't want to be a better man. When my mother wanted you to be in my life, you didn't want to be in my life. So how the fuck can you come in my life now and tell me anything? Because you brought me into this world. That's what most fathers say. But yo, fuck that excuse. I used to go with that excuse. He made you. Fuck that excuse. He made you and didn't give a fuck about you. And now he want to come and say something? No, I'm not. I don't agree with that. Good morning, Uncle Benny.
Good morning. Good morning. That's a little dope, nice, dope subject, man. First of all, I want to say thank you and appreciate to my sister Melissa. my niece Adriana.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Billy Jones, which is dope. And I want to shout out you for acknowledging this right here, because that's deep. But I want to ask you a question, Trap. And this goes out to everybody else as well. Oh, excuse me. And what's up, everybody in the chat? I'm sorry. What's up?
And you know another thing, one second before I lose my chain of thought, Uncle Benny. Yo, I never, ever give my daughter the fucking credit my daughter deserves. You know why? Yo, my daughter never got to get my loving, right? And she never, ever, 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 ever comes at my kids for it. And that makes me love her more. She never comes at my kids and say like, yo, you got dad that I didn't have him that way. She don't do that. And a lot of kids do that. And a lot of kids do that. And my kids don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? And that makes me be a better father to my kids. And that makes me love my other kids more because I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Know what she said to me? And I don't think I've ever told you this before. I'm going to say it here first right now. She said, Uncle Benny, I hear you on the podcast, this and that. And, you know, she chimes in every once in a while, of course. But she says, oh, yeah, that is my dad, by the way. I said, I know. She's proud. This is what she said to me, Trap. She said, I don't think about, you know, him not being there before because that's in the past. She said, Uncle Benny, he's here now. That's all she said.
I love my baby.
He's here now.
I love my baby.
We don't do that back and forth. If you hold that grudge, you will never pass anything. She literally told me, Uncle Benny, he's here now. That's where we're going from here now.
That's a fact, man. And I want to get to all the kids to feel like that. I hate when my brothers are going through this. I know certain brothers that are going through this. Their kids, the older kids, they deprive their younger kids because they see them with their younger kids and they go, damn, I never had him like that. But yo, I was an animal. I was in prison. I made bad choices, and my daughter understands that I made bad choices, and I had to go away. And if I
thing I want to say, Trap, I gotta cut you up quick.
Yep.
Because I gotta hang up and get back to work. To the women out there, this is one of the reasons why I shout out my sister. She did not infuse nothing negative about her baby's father in her daughter. So when he came out, there was animosity. No, my sister Melissa, let my niece know that's still your father. Have respect for him. Y'all two get y'all bond together. Don't worry about me. I can't put, he was a bad dude and this and that. You make your own judgment. And that's what I want to say. Let your kids make their judgment.
Yes, man. And it's like, yo, it's like when I see people go through this, Uncle Benny, I say, I go right to me and my daughter, and I tell people, and I see how their kids treat them, and I know. You understand what I'm saying? This is why I stress that, yo, you have to have this conversation with your older kids. Because if you don't, they are going to feel this way. You got to let them know that it's not, yo, I don't ever let a mother, nobody tell you that I love my little ones more than I love you. Don't ever let that ever be. And then you explain to them your madness when you was young. Listen, how you didn't know how to be a father, right? You let them know that, how, you thought the streets was more important than a fatherhood. You thought that just by bringing Jordans and Pampers to your mother's house was being a father. That's what we thought. That's what was in our mind state. That's what we thought. We wasn't thinking about all of the stuff that we are now. We older.
Now, Trey, I want to ask you a question before I hang up. And I know you're going to speak to the fellas and any women that's in prison or in a problem, because it goes both ways.
Yes, man.
For men not being in that bigger. Now, how did you accomplishing or whatever in your daughter's life? Like, what did you do? How did you start that?
Started it around. I can remember going to Adriana basketball games. I still watch my baby smile every time she seen me go to her basketball games. And I would be in the crowd and I would go and watch my baby, and I would hate that she was look at me every time she touched the ball and made a mistake. She would look at me, and I was distracting her. You understand what I'm saying? But it was time and building bonds, and you know what it was? Really, it was me being myself around my daughter. My daughter knows me. My daughter, like, she ain't been around me like that, but since I've been home, my daughter understands me because I be myself. I don't try to be nothing else around my daughter. She knows me. You understand what I'm saying? I try to discipline my daughter. My daughter knows what's right and wrong. She knows it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm fortunate. You know what I'm saying? I'm fortunate that I got the most beautiful daughter in this world that got the most beautiful heart, and she embraced me, her dad back, and without nothing, without thinking about the 24 years that I did in prison that I wasn't in her life. She didn't think about none of that. You understand what I'm saying? She just loved me from the day I walked out of prison. How much she loved me when she used to come and dive in my arms when I was in prison. You understand what I'm saying?
So I'm glad you named, how long you was away and this and that. I just want to say this to the fellas out there. There is still time. You can do this. There is still time to step up and do that. Don't think because you've been out for so many years that it's dead and gone. No, it is not. No, it is not.
And you got to say to the women. We got to say to the women, in respect and boundaries, that you have to give your baby's father now. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
Like, yo, there's things that you don't let your another man hit your somebody else's child, man. And any man that ever puts their hand on somebody else's child, you wrong for that, bro. See, that's the shit that can get you. That's the shit that goes up. You don't understand what I'm saying, Benny? That's the shit that gets you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the shit that gets you into a problem. And people never like talk about it, and that's why there be so much problems on the streets. I see it. There be so much problems over the stupidest shit that women should know and men should know. You understand what I'm saying? Benny, I'm not getting with your baby's mother, right? When your 2-year-old son or your 1 year and starting to have him call me daddy. And I know that you come pick him up every day, buy him Pampers. I know you're a good father. I know no matter what she's in my ear telling me about you, nigga, but I know that you come and get your kids. I know that I see them kids coming here with sneakers. I see them kids coming here with new clothes. I see them kids coming here with, you father, bruh. I can't, you wrong for that. You wrong for that.
Hey, to the women in the chat, do they know anybody that actually had a boyfriend called their young child dad because they've been in their life longer than a real dad? Like, has anybody seen that?
People are not going to admit that. Watch. Nobody's going to admit that. Have you seen somebody else, or have you, fuck that, have you let your child call somebody else daddy?
Yeah.
Let's ask the chat that. Yes or no? Or if you got an explanation.
Yes, and chat, do you think there is any situation that do that?
Yes, I already said it, Benny. Hell yeah. Fucking right, yeah. Benny, let me tell you something. You get with a woman and that man, you never even seen that man come by that house. You never seen a pamper come through that door. You never seen him come at that takes time though, Benny. You just don't move in and do that.
No, I'm just saying it because that's me.
Yes. There's definitely cases, Benny. Definitely cases.
That's me. That's my case. Yes.
He said his BM did it out of spite. Somebody said that BM did it out of spite. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Spiteful.
Wow.
But see, the reason why she couldn't have did it out of spite, because the man never let her do that. Any man should have been like, nah, man, your kid got a father, bro. I'm not doing that.
That's right.
Not doing
Say that again.
Bro. I'm not doing that.
Say that again.
I'm not doing that, baby girl. I'm not. Shit, I could leave you tomorrow. Why would you want your kid to be calling me daddy and I could get the fuck up out of here tomorrow? I could get up out of here with no obligations tomorrow and go to another state and have no obligations to you. And why would you want your kid to be calling that man daddy? That's all I'm saying. That's all. That's just my that's my. I swear to God, that's my logic, straight reason. Because marriages is at an all-time high. Divorce is at an all-time high, right? Relationships are at all-time high. People going to cheating's at an all-time high. Females, males, everybody's cheating, right? So check it out. Now you got your kid calling somebody else daddy, knowing that he's cheating or you're cheating or this possibly ain't gonna last long. And now he's going, what you gonna get the next man that you mess with and you're gonna call him daddy?
Sure.
What about that? What about that, Benny? So now you was dating somebody for 2 years. Your son's 2 years old. Your son was calling him daddy for the last 2 years. Your son's 4 now. Now you met another man. Homeboy Jetty, he ain't coming back. That wasn't his kid. The little boy was calling him daddy. He was accepting that. You brought that on. He bounced. He's with another broad. She's pregnant, right? Now, right? Your son is still calling him daddy. Now you moved on. You got a man in your life. Now this son supposed to.
Yeah, that's the bitch.
I was asking, could that could really happen? That could happen.
Probably has happened.
You know what I'm saying? I just want everybody, yo fellas, man. I need y'all. I never ask y'all to come in and chime on my chat, man. I really don't, man. I just need yes and no out of some fellas, man. That's all. I don't never ask y'all fellas to come in and chime in the chat. Y'all, when I see y'all in the street, y'all be telling me, yeah, I was on. Right now, you could just say yes or no, man. Yes or no. You ain't even got to give no explanation to that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? A lot of fellas done did that sucker shit. That's why. A lot of motherfuckers done let women done trick them into doing that sucker shit. That's why there's a lot of men gonna. I was saving that. A lot of men is not. You get them here. You get their female. They be like, "Trap, that motherfucker's front. He was letting my daughter call him daddy." Yeah. I'm telling you, that's nasty work. You let that woman put you in that position. They put you in that trick bag. That's what I call a trick bag. She put you in the trick bag. She got you calling another man. Nah, man, nah. You gotta get married to her, bro. You wanna get all like that, bro. You got that. Yeah, same last name. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's a lot of fathers on here right now that ain't going for that, bro. I know that I want to know what father is going for that.
Take it right now.
Hey, Benny.
Yes, sir.
Asking you as a father, are you going for that, Benny?
No.
And Benny's a man of nonviolence. Everybody knows Benny. Benny, your kid is calling another man daddy. Are you going for that?
Nah. It's funny too. Even not being in their lives, we still consider ourselves a dad. You know what I mean? But even somebody calling them that, we're gonna harken back to. Wait a minute, I'm supposed to be the father. Bump that. I know I haven't been there, but I'm still dad. What am I gonna go straight down? Yeah, no, that's no. They're still gonna say they're still gonna play that dad card. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. What's up, sis?
Not much. I wanted to say what's up. Good morning.
Good morning. I got my sister Drea in the building, man. I just want to thank you for that Easter.
What up, Drea?
I want to thank you for the Easter egg hunt, man. I want to thank your husband, man. I already told y'all. And your son. It was dope, man. My kids loved it, man. We got a bunch of things, man. I appreciate it, Drea.
Yeah, and I appreciate all the help from you too. We love you.
Yeah, you know that. Now, Drea, you been hearing this conversation?
Yeah, I have.
All right, so you must want to chime in. What do you got to say about it, Drea?
Well, it's kind of like hard, chat, because like my kids are all old, but you know, Kurt raised them.
Mm-hmm.
We've been together for so long. They never called him daddy, but they looked up to him as a father.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Now they're older, and they still don't say daddy, but they call him pops.
Mm-hmm.
Something wrong with that?
Nope. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all, man. Nothing at all. But see, now that we see, I can get so Drea. So I know that situation now. Before Drea met Kurt, Drea had kids. They had a father. You know, understand what I'm saying? And their father, shout out to Lenny, man. Shout out to Lenny, man. You know, understand what I'm saying? Lenny was a father. You know what I'm saying? But you see how when the kids, they understood who was dad. I used to watch Lenny come get his kids. I used to watch it. You understand what I'm saying? You know, a lot of shit happened back then. You understand what I'm saying? But as grown men, Drea, and as grown people, Drea, if you got, just say your kids was babies, right, Drea? Just say all three of your kids was babies when you met Kurt. Kurt would have never allowed your kids to call him daddy.
No, he would not. But he would treat them like they
yes.
And like he did.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
And there's a difference, Trap. Like, I know you're giving Lenny props in it, but he came and he got them. There's a difference. And I always say, but not all the time. He was one of them selfish dads. When I had 3 kids and I say, can you bring some milk? The kids didn't have none. He would bring a quart. Why? Because he wouldn't want to give my other kids milk. Now with Kurt,
wait a minute.
Call him, Kurt, I need milk. Kurt will bring 3 gallons because he knew I had 4 or 5 kids. You understand what I'm saying?
It's a difference.
It's a difference.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
And your kids see that as they get older. And that's how my kids started feeling like, yo, this ain't our dad, but he'd never leave us out. When Kurt used to shop for his kids for sneakers, my kids was in there.
Hell yeah, man. I was right there. I was right there. I was right there.
That's dope. Shout out Kurt.
I will always say from day one, Kurt was my father role to all my kids.
Yes. Yes.
None of them out.
And I gotta say this, Kurt taught me how to be a stepfather. He was one of the guys that I look up to as my big brother, and I watched him take care of all. You see how when we used to go to New York or we would go shopping, Kurt would fill up the whole car. Yeah. The whole car. Yeah. The whole car. And I used to go, damn, man.
When he was around, he would take care of Jama and all that. And he's a man because when he had to leave the state, Kurt came in to be not his dad, but to give him the dad role. You know?
Yes, rest in peace, Lamont.
That's right.
My guy. That was my guy.
That's right. You know, like, now, Dre, I got a question. How long did it take for them to call him that?
So, it's like different, you know, like you gotta have that communication. And Jamont went and called Kurt daddy. He knew who his father was.
Mm-hmm.
But now they all my kids. Pops is pops, and that's it.
That's it. That's a fact. Now, Benny got a question for you, sis. Go ahead, Benny.
No, I want to know how long did it take your kids to actually call him back? Like, was it immediate or it took a little bit?
Was it immediate that they say? Can you say that again?
He said
they called him that. That they called him Pop.
They a while, because they were young. My first 3 was young. And then I had my other kids after them. So they didn't call Pops until I had his kids.
You heard that, Benny?
Yes, I did. Actually, I heard that.
So,
no, because it's a big difference.
I had Lenny, Saria, Jamont,
and Andre.
You know, and they never called him dad. We didn't play that because that wasn't, you know, we didn't. But when I had my last 4 by Kurt, and Kurt was still in my life, they started, was like, okay, Pops, you know what I'm saying? That's what all my kids called.
Right.
Yeah, because you got to see what happened. Like now, she had 4. They wasn't calling them Pops. Then now she has another 4 by him that are calling him dad. You understand what I'm saying? But their other 4 started calling him Pops. Yeah.
Now, Drea, do you think that them having siblings by him and them being brothers and sisters, do you think that triggered them to call him Pops or no?
Say that again.
By him having kids by you and your already kids that you had already now have sisters and brothers by him, do you think that's one of the reasons why they started calling him Pop?
Yeah, it just blended in. And I don't even know how it started, but you know what I'm saying? But they felt Kurt as their dad. But, you know, we would tell them, like, they knew who their dad was, you know? They all knew who their dad was.
Right.
And then when I had mine by Kurt, my last 4, then, you know, that they was a little older. So now they're like, all right, well, that's Pops, because he's the one that took care of us. They knew who took care of them. But we didn't start off by dating and didn't have no kids, and then, oh, that's your father. No, that's not your father. You know who your father is. They called him Mario what? Yeah. Kurt's 4, like he said, and his 11. And all of them call him, you know, all of them call him Pops. And we got kids out here that ain't even our kids.
Call him Pops. Hell yeah. Salute to my big brother, man.
That's dope.
Real talk. But see, that just goes back into building that relationship and that bond. You know, understand what I'm saying? Kurt had to build that bond with them. They had to understand. That's why I always tell stepfathers, yo, kids pay attention, man. Kids see who's buying them sneakers. Kids are seeing who's paying them, making sure they got the heat on. Kids are seeing, making sure who got food in the house. They see that, man. They remember that, man. Yo, man, when my mom was dating with, yo, he made sure we had Jordans. Yo, they see that. They know that, man. And if you're consistent, they're going to see that, respect that, and they're going to love that. And that's what happened. That's what happened.
That's right.
That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell people, you don't gotta go and tell somebody to call you daddy, your step. They're gonna do that. All you gotta do is do your job, bro. All you gotta do is go in there and do your job, and all of that shit's gonna come into play. They're gonna decide what they're gonna call you by your actions. Your actions are gonna see why they call you whatever they call you.
Yeah.
Straight like that. If you show them love. Because you might be a terrible stepfather. They might just call you, hey, Adrian. Hey, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? You might be one of them.
Yeah. Now, I'm glad you're on the phone, Drea, with a real good dude that we all love and respect. Can you tell me what type of disciplinary actions that you allowed him to do or that he did on his own or whatever? Like, how did that come about? Him disciplining your kids, not his.
Did you hear that, Drea?
No, I didn't hear him.
He said that. How did you go about him disciplining your kids?
Like, I don't know, because I'm not saying I didn't have bad kids, but yeah, I let him discipline them because he was the man of the house. You know, if they was doing wrong, they knew.
Kurt never put his hands on none of Dre's kids.
Never put his hands on none of my kids.
Yes, let's get that understood. Right. So disciplining them,
right.
I can speak for that. He ain't you or him, because I was there. He ain't never bothered. You know what I'm saying? See, and this is what I gotta tell. This is what I was stressing to people. You don't never gotta put your hands on nobody's kids. You know why? Because Jamal, all of them guys respected Kurt. So when Kurt raised his voice and said something, he ain't had to do none of that else. Yo, Sharia, I need you to do that. Lenny, I need you to do that, and they did it. Because they know when Christmas came.
You know, gonna be, and if they did, it was by hit them with a broom. It wouldn't, but it would be. They weren't bad.
Yes, man. I just want to that's real talk right there. I can't even tell you no better than Lenny. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, man. I appreciate that call, sis. I love you, all right?
Yep. Yeah, that's what Chris said. You can talk to a kid nowadays, you know. So
yeah.
I mean, you know, instead of putting your hands on them.
Yes.
My kids never got beaten. They'll tell you.
I be acting like I'm a beat mamas. I'm gonna beat mama. I'm gonna break your jaw. I tell her.
You ain't doing nothing.
Hey, yo. Now I tell her I'm gonna break her jaw. She be like, yeah, I'm gonna break your jaw. She don't even listen to me no more. She know, I be bluffing. They know I'm bluffing.
Now, put them in time out. Go sit in that corner for a little while.
Yes, yes. But I learned that during my years that I'm learning parenting, that you don't have to hit your kid. And I wish I could have stressed this to my mother. You understand what I'm saying? That you could have just took things away from me that I really love to do, and I probably would have acted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not throwing my mom's under the bus for the discipline that I got. You know what I'm saying? Because I deserved it and I needed it. You understand what I'm saying? But I just go about it differently now because I think that hitting them, I know that hitting them is not the answer. You understand what I'm saying?
That hurt for 5 minutes and it's over, So we used to take stuff from them. Oh, yup, give me that.
Yes, because them beatings you remember all your life. I still remember damn near every beating my mother gave me. Every beating my mother gave me. I swear, I'll sit here, my mother will probably fall in tears because that I know every beating.
I know both them beatings and I didn't beat them. Go right over there. Go
yes. No switches. Go get a big thick one. Pause. Yeah, man. And I get, man, and that's why I treat my kids different. That's why I teach the young fathers, show you don't gotta ever put your hands on your child, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And this goes back to another what I was talking about earlier, right, Drea? If you raise your kids from the babies, even you ain't gotta even be in the woman's life, but if you're there for your kids and you're raising them as babies, they're gonna respect you. You're never even gonna have to put your hands on them. Because you raised them as babies to respect you. So you ain't even gonna have to lift the hand. People that hit their kid don't respect you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That just, you know what I mean? That's how I look at it. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. You understand what I'm saying? And I just want to thank you again, sis, because our time is up. I love you, sis.
Love you.
All right. Uncle Benny. Uncle Benny bounce. Uncle Benny, man, I love you too, man. I appreciate your calling. Yes, man, this is a dope show, man. And I shout out to everybody that's texting me and saying that's a dope topic. It is, man. And that people need to understand, man, that it can cause problems or it can cause good. You know what I'm saying? It's situational. You understand what I'm saying? Every man ain't your kid's stepfather. Man ain't daddy. But there are some daddy. You know what I'm saying? Salute to job on somebody. You know what I'm saying? So salute them. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? Use all motherfuckers that I see y'all tomorrow, man. Oh yeah, like I said, man. If you got that relationship already. If you got relationship questions for tomorrow, you already know, guys. You know what I'm saying? If they're real questions, that's what Tuesday. Tomorrow, tap in. Shit, food.